All four of my grandparents were born abroad, and I remember as a young child going with my Swedish grandfather when he voted, and him showing us, because when he came he couldn't speak any English, and he was so proud when he became an American citizen because he had that right to vote. And so I was brought up knowing that that is not just a right, but a privilege that we should all not take for granted, and therefore we want to make our staff, our community, as aware of their responsibility to vote as possible. We're doing a lot of things to try and make this easier for people. One, we've helped people register to vote if they're not registered to vote. The second thing is we're reminding people that the election is coming. We're reminding them of what the options are for them to get an absentee ballot and file that, or to vote in person, to remain socially distanced, wear a mask if they are choosing to vote in person. So basically reinforcing our privilege and responsibility to vote, and then providing people with the reminders of the options to access their ballot. We recognize that most people do not plan to be in the hospital, and for some people who are in the hospital and are finding out that their length of stay may be longer, our staff is working with them to try and help them get access to an absentee ballot so that that can be filed in time for the election. For people who unfortunately find themselves unexpectedly in the hospital on election day, our staff is being oriented to the tools that they can use to get an emergency ballot for those patients, so if they wish to cast their vote, they can. So the key advice is, this is about voting. This is not about advocating who someone should vote for. We are not-for-profit organizations. We are, most of us, community-based organizations. Our job is not to try and influence the outcome of an election, but make sure that everybody's voice can be heard.